Do I have to put my nose in it?
No. Facing me.
Everything's cool.
Can you do me a favor and pretend you're standing right here? Can you show me what you saw Kenneth do before you stabbed him? Show me the action he made towards you.
I can't make the face.
No, show me the action he did.
He was found stabbed to death in a homeless camp. She was found down the street, blood on her hands, claiming self-defense. This is the interrogation of Brandy Phillips, and it reveals a horrifying truth about domestic violence and the law Kenneth Stewart slapped her. Twice. She grabbed a knife and plunged it into his chest. Was this murder, or was it a survival instinct born from a brutal past? Brandy claims, "I wasn't trying to kill him, I was trying to stop him." You are about to see a woman fight to convince a detective that an abusive past justified her deadly force in the present.
I don't get it for you, but I need you to try to be as alert as you can, okay? And do you have a cell phone for you? No cell phone number? Okay. What's that on your head? What does that say on your head, that tattoo?
That's my son's name.
What is it, Caleb? Okay. What's the last cell phone number you had? Do you remember it?
682.
Okay.
253. 5100.
Okay.
Brandy, do you have a place you get mail at? No?
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. What about family members? Mom, dad, sisters, brothers, anything like that around here? Okay. Different state? Where at?
My mother died last year.
Okay.
My dad's in equipment.
Did it what?
He's in equipment, Texas.
Okay. All right. This is what I need. Okay. I need you to wake up for me for about 10 minutes. Give me a good story about what happened so I know everything that occurred out there, okay? I'm not going to ask you any more questions. What I'm going to ask you right now is just to tell me what happened out there, okay? And then I'll probably come back with some questions to kind of fill in the blanks. But I need you to do me a favor. I need you to wake up. I need you to be real alert when you're telling me this. Because, Brandy, this is the part that's the important part, right? I need to know what happened out there. You're the only person who can tell me what happened out there, okay? And so I got to get your side of things so I can make sense of what I'm looking at out there. Okay, so can you wake up and kind of sit up and tell me what occurred?
I don't remember details. I know we were fighting.
Okay, well, there's got to be a reason why this happened last night, okay? And if you have a side of why you may have done something, now's the time to tell me.
Tired of being yelled at.
Tired of being yelled at? Okay, I understand that.
Tired of being bullied.
Okay. Well, tell me about that, so I can understand and I can put myself in your shoes about what you're talking about. Sounds like he yelled at you a lot. Is that what you're saying? Okay, he bullied you. Okay. Can you do me a favor? Can you isolate this to this particular night? What actually happened last night or this night a few hours ago?
Oh, I'm sure I did or said something. Hurt his feelings or took him off.
Okay.
I don't quite remember what set it off.
Okay. Well, let's start this. This might be able to help you. Where were you when everything happened?
At camp.
Is this the camp that you stay in? Okay, is this the camp where you sleep at night?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, wake up for me. Wake up for me, because we gotta get this done. Do you and we're talking about Kenneth, right?
Yes.
Okay, what's Kenneth's last name?
Stewart.
Okay. How long have you been with Kenneth?
I guess off and on since February.
Okay, what's his birthday? Did you love him?
I do love him, yeah.
You do? Okay. And so, last night, you guys were in your camp. Now, I saw your camp. I saw that area, okay? It looks like it's got a bunch of tarps around it. Does that make sense, right? Curtains, tarps, whatever. Where exactly were you when this argument started? There was by the bed. Okay. Is there actually a mattress over there? Okay, it's not a makeshift mattress, it's a real mattress? Okay. Were you guys already going to bed? Were you awake? What was going on?
Going to bed.
You were going to bed, okay. And then you're in bed, you're going to bed. Tell me what occurs.
I don't remember what the argument was about.
Okay.
He was yelling at me. Probably on that. We've been drinking a little bit.
Okay.
Nobody was drunk, not like we didn't drink that much.
Okay.
Like there was a bottle, but that was between or 3 or 4 hours between several people. So
okay.
Nobody was like pissed out.
So you didn't feel like you were overly intoxicated or anything like that?
Probably more so than normal.
Okay.
But not like.
How many drinks do you think you had?
I can't say.
Okay. What kind of alcohol are we talking about?
Rum.
Rum. Okay. So go ahead. You guys had been drinking. You guys are going to bed. You're not sure what the argument was about, but you're arguing. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sure it was something.
Okay. I'm sure it was.
Something.
And then what happens?
He hit me one time.
Okay.
I may have slapped him. I don't think. I really did, maybe.
Okay. Then what happened?
He hit me again. And I had my.
Okay.
I know, I stabbed him. Right there. Yeah.
Okay.
One time.
One time?
Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't like.
Well,
I don't hurt people.
I understand. Well, let's slow it down because I want to make sure I understand fully what happened. Okay. You guys are arguing, and was he yelling at you?
Of course, kids always yelling.
Okay, he's always yelling. Did that cause you to slap him?
I can't remember if I had him.
Okay.
I don't want to.
You wanted to?
I think I may have.
Okay. Did you slap him because he was yelling at you?
He was in my face.
Okay, so he was getting in your face and he was yelling. Did you slap him because he got in your face?
I think so.
Okay. You think so?
He hit me at least twice.
Okay. So let me ask you this. In here, I need to try to put myself in your shoes, okay? And I know that's not easy.
That's hilarious.
But the only way I can do that is if you explain to me in detail, okay? And so, did you slap him because he got in your face and yelled at you? Or did he do something else that you slapped him?
I can't remember who hit him first.
Okay. Where exactly were you? Were you standing, sitting when this all happened? Okay. Were you standing next to the bed or had you already moved away from the bed?
By the bed.
Okay. What were you wearing? This. Okay. What was he wearing?
Probably jean shorts.
Jean shorts. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And now, had he already laid down in the bed before the argument happened, or you guys were just starting to get to bed?
Starting to get to bed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I want you to try to think back here. You guys are arguing. Do you remember anything about what you were arguing about?
I don't know. Sorry.
Okay. Well, then let's try to remember.
Something stupid. Always I said something that hurt his feelings, or it doesn't matter.
Okay. Well, I think that's pretty universal. I think everybody would agree that most people fight over things that are kind of silly in hindsight. But I want to talk about the things that you will remember, and those are the things that happen when people hit people. Okay. He's yelling at you. Try to think back. Did you slap him first because he was yelling at you, or did you hit him after he hit you? Can you remember? Okay. So you're not sure who hit who first?
I know he hit me at least twice.
Okay. Where did he hit you? Where did he hit you, Brandy?
In the face.
Okay. How did he hit you?
Over there.
Okay. Like a slap. Is that correct? Okay. How hard did he hit you?
Not too hard the first time.
Okay, so it wasn't too hard the first time, and then what?
It's hard now. I mean, he's pretty fucking static, you know?
Okay, well, that's what I'm trying to understand. When you're saying not too hard, what do you mean?
And he rattled my cage a little bit the first time.
Okay. And now,
Second time.
did he hit you once and then right away, or did he hit you and then you hit him and then he hit you back, or did you hit him, then he hit you, then a few minutes later he hit you? Kind of give me the sequence of events of how it all
It
happened.
would probably be the latter scenario.
Okay. Well, tell me out loud what you're talking about, so I know I'm on the same page with you. Try to run through exactly the sequence of events of who hit who and how it.
Have you been in an argument ever?
I have.
Like,
Yes. I've been in a number of
people ask
arguments.
you details about it, it's just like, it doesn't make sense, like, in your head, like, what happened. You can't remember details, like, but I can tell you what color his shirt was that was laying over there, draped across the chair, but I can't tell you what was said, you know? That kind of
Okay. And here's the thing, Brandy, I'm not asking you if you don't remember verbatim
I don't
what you
remember
said.
exactly what I know it was a few minutes, maybe just a few seconds, I don't know.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this.
The first time he hit me, but I know that, like, he hit me at some point, there's a timeline.
Mhm.
He hit me at what I kind of smacked him. Certainly not as hard as he hit me, and I should not have done it. It was wrong. Because you don't hit people, it's not what you do. Especially out of anger. And then he was right here and said something to me, and I said something. And it's just wham, it's just laying, it spun my head around.
Mhm.
And it still hurts from it.
Okay. Then what happened? You said earlier you had your knife. Where was your knife?
Over by the shelf.
Okay.
So I
So,
put it where I came in.
okay. How far away was that from you after you got hit?
Just a few feet.
Okay.
Lying, I know I picked it up again because it's not my first rodeo.
What-
If I can be around.
Okay. So you've been beat up by somebody else before? Okay. What does that knife look like?
I painted on it.
Hmm?
I painted, it was like, I don't know, it had like fake bullet holes or whatever. I found it on the ground, actually.
Okay. Well, describe it to me. Is it like a big old machete? Is it a steak knife? What does it look like?
Flip open and fucking,
It's a flip open knife? Okay. What color is it?
brown.
Okay.
The handle part's brown and blades like this black or whatever.
Okay. And
Painted the part of the handle with
what'd you paint it?
I painted the little bullet things with fingernail polish.
Okay. After you got the knife, what did you do?
Quickly I opened it,
Okay.
and when he lunged at me another time, I was done.
You did what?
Apparently I stabbed him
Okay.
in the chest.
You had pointed to a certain area on your chest. Can you show me again whereabouts it was?
I'm going to this weapon's shoulder, I
Okay.
guess. I wasn't trying to kill him, I just wanted to stop him
Okay.
from hurting me anymore.
Okay. Now you said
I
he.
want Ken to be okay because I don't want him to be hurt. I don't want him to keep hurting me.
You described him slapping you twice. Is that correct? And then lunging at you. How far away was he when he lunged at you?
Closer than you are to me.
Okay. And so, if he was that close to you, describe the lunge. What do you mean he lunged at you?
I don't know if he was coming to get in my face or something. It wasn't like he was like,
Because if he's
you
close.
can't see that when it's happening like that. You can't describe it like that.
Brandy, I'm not here to to do anything other than find out what happened, okay? You're describing him being closer than you and I are right now.
And so, like, just a few, not maybe 6 inches closer.
Okay, so he's a little bit closer. He's about right here, right? Okay. And so that's pretty close. I mean, hell, that's close enough to reach out and touch you.
Yeah.
Isn't that correct? So there really isn't much to lunge there, you know?
To me, it looks like lunging maybe is different when you're not a 5'3" female that's been abused, was revived, and having a man that's way bigger than her coming at her. I mean, maybe you describe it differently.
Well, I'm trying to get it described to me as it happened. Like, I look at it like this. If I'm back here, and then I lunge towards you, I guess I can make that makes more sense in my head. But when you're this close, you know, there's nothing to lunge. Okay. So, what knife, or what hand did you have the knife in?
I'm going to assume right hand.
Okay. Well, I don't want you to assume. I want you to try to go off of memory, what you remember. You remember having it in your right hand?
I would never have a knife in my left hand.
You would never have a knife in your left hand? Can you show me how you stabbed him?
I don't remember.
Okay. Do you remember if it was like this? Do you remember if it was like this? Do you remember if it was like this? Do you remember if it was like this?
I want to say it's not. But I can't promise that.
Okay. Let me ask you, just in flat, just a flat question. Why did you stab him?
I didn't want to hurt me again.
Okay. By hurting you again, you're talking about him slapping you twice, is that correct?
That, and it scared me there would be more.
Okay. So, you were scared that he might do it in the future, is that correct? Okay.
Or at that point in time, yeah.
Yeah. So, but this particular night, he slaps you twice. You said one was not as hard as the other. The first one wasn't that hard, and the second one was hard enough to kind of ring your bell. Is that correct?
Kind of ring my bell. Are you kidding me? My head spun around, and I was like...
No, that's what I'm asking. I
almost fell on my ass.
I want you to describe it, okay? Has he ever hit you before?
There's been constant yelling, raiding. He has sabotaged my vehicle, spray painted my windshield. He has burned all my clothes, tried to set my camp on fire. And just threats and scare tactics. My children and I are lucky that we survived my ex-husband. I still suffer from the injuries that my ex-husband has done to me.
Can I say
There aren't
something?
words for that kind of...
No, I understand. Can I say something to you, though? And I want you to tell me if you think this makes sense, okay? It sounds like Kenneth...
He's kind of a bully.
He's kind of a bully. It sounds like he did a lot of mean stuff, okay? It sounds like he could be an asshole at times. Is that correct?
Well, yeah, I'm sure you can be an asshole, too.
Hell, I can be an asshole a lot. I'm just saying, I'm trying to figure out how he was acting towards you. But it sounds like he was being a jerk. It sounds like he did a lot of stuff. But for the most part, when I asked you if he's ever assaulted you before, you talked about these other things. And that's how I know most likely he had never assaulted you before. Doesn't mean you don't have a past that you have to reflect on, right? And it sounds like you had a very abusive past. Is that correct? Okay. But the reason we're talking to you is because we need to make sure we understand kind of what's going on inside your head, okay? Because we are trying to make sure that things like this, if they can be avoided, we try to make them so that they're avoidable, okay? Now let me ask you this. Do you think it's fair for Kenneth to be stabbed because of you getting beat up in the past from somebody else?
I don't believe that to be the case.
Okay. And I'm not saying what's in your head.
That when he creates himself to be a threat, he forces himself on somebody as a threat, one should expect to be treated as such.
Okay. I want to ask you again, and I want you to be honest with me, and I already know the answer to this, okay? Because believe it or not, we do know how to talk to people, okay? Prior to tonight, has he ever assaulted you, ever? No.
I'm really close. Like,
okay. And I'm not saying that's not important.
I see the signs. Like,
okay.
I knew that it was coming soon.
Okay. I understand that. And Brandy, listen, your experience is important.
You can say you understand that, but to live in that moment and to be in that place, you will never understand that.
Well, let me rephrase that. I don't mean I understand how you are going through it and stuff like that. I mean, I can understand the situation we're talking about more now, okay? I can understand that you were taking.
You've seen this a lot.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, and I think I can understand that you were taking experiences you had from past relationships, and you're trying to notice the signs.
Almost killed me.
Okay.
When another man is going to come at me, he's already hit me twice. Yeah, I'm going to protect myself.
Okay.
I mean, I watch this man every time. I mean, a guy looks at me funny and is beating the crap out of him.
Okay.
And I know what he can do.
Okay. Now, that's all a part of this, okay? But one of the things I need to do is I need to understand everything that was going through your head before you decided to stab him.
You know what? It wasn't like a decided to stab him kind of thing. It was that he's coming at me again kind of thing. And it's more of a self-protection kind of thing.
How close was he to you when he slapped you the first time?
Right.
Okay, right in your face. Did he slap you with his right hand or left hand?
I believe it was his left hand.
Okay. Where were you slapped? Point on your face. Okay. So you were slapped on the right side of your face.
Sure, I didn't leave a mark because that's what happened.
Wait, well, let me see. Well, that's not. It has nothing to do with your luck. Okay. You're saying he slapped you on the right side of your face the first time. Is that correct? And that was the one that wasn't as hard?
Yeah.
And then the second one was where? On this side. Was that with the other hand or was that with the same left hand? That was with his right hand. Is he right-handed or left-handed?
You know, honestly, I've never watched Kenneth write anything, so I couldn't tell you.
Okay. How much harder was the second slap than the first slap? A lot harder. Why did he slap you harder the second time than he did the first time?
You have to ask Kenneth.
Okay. Where did your slap on him fall in the sequence of those two slaps?
In the middle.
In the middle. So he slaps you with his left hand. You slap him with your left or right hand?
Probably right.
Probably right. And did you slap him in the face? Okay. So he slaps you in the left. You slap him with the right.
Which I shouldn't have slapped him in the beginning.
Well, hang on. I'm not here.
I did not hit him near as hard as I know he hit me.
Okay.
I'm not capable of hitting him now.
I'm trying to just get the facts.
That's with my right.
I'm not talking about right or wrong right now. I'm talking about the facts, okay? He slaps you with his left hand. Then you slap him with your right hand. Then he slaps you back with his right hand. Is that correct?
90% sure.
Okay. Now let me ask you this. Did those things happen pretty much back to back to back?
Not back to back to back.
Okay. Tell me the time frame between the first and second slap, meaning his first slap on you and your first slap on him.
I want to say 3 hours because it seemed how long, but I know it wasn't. It was probably more like 2 minutes, 3 minutes maybe.
Okay.
Like 5 max.
And so you're saying 3 hours, meaning it just seemed like a lot longer.
Well, yeah.
But realistically, it was a few minutes.
It was just a few minutes.
Okay. And so just so we're on the same page.
Keep in mind, I had been getting that.
I understand. And Brandy, that is the reason why we do it this way. So I'm trying to help you remember things that happened. But to be clear, it didn't happen like this. He didn't go boom and you slapped him right back, right? Okay. He slapped you. What exactly did you do after the first time he slapped you with his left hand?
I kept grabbing like a dumbass.
Okay. So you guys kept arguing. It continued. Did you continue to drink after that first slap? No.
No alcohol.
Drinking was done.
We haven't been drinking for a minute.
Huh?
We hadn't been drinking for a minute.
Okay. So he slaps you. About 2 or 3 minutes later, you slap him. Now, why did you slap him?
He was in my face,
Okay.
yelling at me, and I was angry.
How long after that slap that you slapped him did he slap you?
After the second slap,
Mm-hmm.
it was all just a matter of 5 minutes.
Okay. So
5
I understand that the first, meaning his first slap to you and your first slap to him were a few minutes apart. How far was your...
minutes apart.
Okay, so they were all three a few minutes apart. So he didn't slap you. He didn't slap you because you slapped him. He slapped you because you did something else.
I said something smart off or something.
Okay, and he slapped you.
It wasn't like he didn't slap me because I slapped him. It wasn't like a whoop.
Boom, boom.
It wasn't like that.
Okay.
It was like a few minutes, at least a minute. You know, it was at least a whole another sentence or two after I put it on.
Okay. How hard did you slap him?
Not as hard as I wanted to.
Okay. If you could describe how hard you did, how hard do you think it was?
Probably about hitting a volleyball.
Okay, hitting a volleyball.
But it wasn't hard enough. It wasn't just, never mind. Sorry.
Did you say anything to him when you slapped him?
I don't remember.
Did he say anything to you either time he slapped you?
Oh, yeah, but I don't remember anything he said.
What kind of things was he saying last night?
All kinds of things. I don't remember words, conversation.
Okay.
I don't remember.
After he slaps you the second time, how long after that slap did you go and get your knife?
Pardon me. Maybe a minute.
Okay.
It wasn't maybe.
So it wasn't like he slapped you and you ran and got the knife. He slapped you, y'all still argued, and then you went and got your knife.
I want to say less than a minute.
Less than a minute, okay. So when you went and got your knife, what did you do with the knife? Did you have it folded up? Did you already take it out and have it bound down by your side? What did you do?
I kind of had it ready because
Okay.
that was instinct. That's what you do.
When you were doing that, when you were instinctively opening the knife and holding it ready, was he still yelling at you?
Of course.
Okay, so the yelling never stopped. Is that fair?
But we were arguing, yeah, sure. We didn't take a tea break, yeah.
Okay. Is it fair to say that you yelled at him and he yelled at you?
Well, yes.
Okay. I want to understand what you were going through your head when you decided to stab him.
There was no going through my head when I decided to stab him. It was more self-preservation kind of thing. Like, you don't go through your head in that kind of moment. Granted to say, I've never stabbed anybody like that before. The only other time I've ever done anything remotely close is like my ex-husband in the kneecap with a key when I think that was years ago.
Okay. Well, I'm going to stay with what we're talking about here, okay? I want to talk about that.
There's nothing going through. I mean, it was...
Well, listen, here's the thing.
It wasn't I'm going to stab out of this dude. It wasn't like that.
Okay, but I need to know. If it's not like that, I need to know what it is like. Because, listen...
It's like instinct, and you just do it.
Okay.
Because there's somebody that's just hit you twice. Somebody bigger than you that's been yelling at you for months.
Okay, I understand that.
And you just do it because you don't want to get hurt anymore.
Okay. But it's fair to say
the
only time he actually hurt you was tonight, twice slapping you. Is that correct?
Physically?
Yes, that's what I'm talking about, physically. I'm not talking about all the yelling and all the verbal abuse. I understand that's bad. I'm not saying that. I'm not dismissing that. But we need to be talking about what we're talking about here. And if we're talking about physical abuse, the only time he physically abused you was tonight when he slapped you twice. And that was one before you slapped him and one after you slapped him. Is that correct? Okay. Let me ask you this, because they're going to ask me this. And what I mean by they is the people who are going to make decisions on this, okay?
What kind of decisions? Like whether or not to arrest me?
Decisions on what what questions I might need to ask you, like, are you ever going to do something like this again? But I got to get to that point. The first thing I need to ask you is this.
Somebody going to come at me threatening my life again? Yeah, I probably will.
Okay, let me ask you this.
It's my right?
Did that happen? Because you hadn't said that yet. Did he threaten your life? Did he say, I'm going to kill you? Because, I mean...
Well, not per se. No.
Okay. Well, tell me what, if not per se,
he has
tell me
threatened
what
my well-being. He has threatened, several times.
Okay, tell me about that.
I understand. He has threatened to, in front of several people, I'm going to burn down your shit. Really,
so
he can destroy my entire life, but because he didn't say he's going to kill me?
No, I didn't say that.
That makes it okay?
I'm not saying it's okay. But Brandy, you have to at least give me the facts, okay? I need to know the facts so that I can do a correct and thorough investigation here, okay? And that's all I'm asking for is the facts. I'm not saying right, wrong, or whatever. I'm asking you for the facts. And it sounds like he does a lot of damage to stuff. It sounds like he's a shit, and he does a lot of bad stuff to you. But what I'm talking about is
he's hurt people, and that's what they do.
Okay. Well,
he's in prison. And little Kenneth just needs big Kenneth to say, I'm sorry, I love you, and give him the hug.
Let me ask you this. If what he has done is slap you, then get slapped, then slap you again, what made you think if he lunged at you, he was going to do anything other than slap you again?
Do you understand what PTSD is?
I don't have it, but I've heard of it, and I'm familiar with some aspects of it. How does that come into play?
And I'm not sure exactly which occasion, but I know that Kenneth has threatened my life before. And like I said, my children and I were lucky to make it away from my ex-husband with our lives.
Okay.
So when you have a man that big coming at you, that just hits you, you kind of don't think about it. It puts you in a place you don't want to be.
Okay. Is it fair to say, though, that you stabbed him because he slapped you?
I did not stab him because he slapped me.
You stabbed him because you were afraid he was going to slap you again?
Slap me? He knocked the out of me.
Okay.
It wasn't a slap. A slap is what you do in a fight.
Okay. Well, I'm trying to get you to explain to me what happened.
Out of me.
Okay. Did he knock you down?
Damn near. Spun my head around. I saw sorry. My head still hurts.
Okay.
So no, perhaps I was worried he was going to do worse.
And that's what I'm asking. If you thought he was going to do worse, explain to me why you thought he was going to do worse.
Because that's what assholes like to do.
Okay. But you're going off of what had happened in the past, is that correct? You're talking about other people. I want to talk about what Kenneth has done. And it seems like Kenneth yells a lot. He does a lot of bad stuff. And I'm not saying that's not bad. I'm not saying
dismiss that. Did not start hitting me to get me. We weren't on our first date, and he just reached over and smacked the out of me. It progresses.
Okay. I have to answer to individuals who are going to look at this case. And they're going to ask
them anything they want to know.
But they're going to ask me because I'm the one investigating this, okay? And they ask a couple things. One, did the person feel like they were in fear?
Yes.
For their lives to the point where they had to use deadly force?
That wasn't deadly force. If I wanted to kill him, I would have stabbed him in the heart.
Okay. So, is it fair to say you didn't try to kill him?
Trying to kill him, I was trying to stop him.
Okay. Can I ask you this? If you wanted to stop, how come you didn't leave?
That's hilarious.
Well, tell me why. Why is that hilarious?
go to these DV shelters around here. I don't know if there are any. I don't know forward like that, but I'm pretty sure that you can go ask any of those women, why don't you just leave? They hunt you down. It doesn't stop. Kenneth will stand there in front of anybody, anywhere, anytime, yell at me, call me names. He has sabotaged my truck. He spray painted a note, just a note, on my windshield. That's what they do. There is no just leaving.
Okay, I understand that.
He me like everywhere, like bothers everybody about where I am.
The detective is pressing Brandy for facts. He only slapped you twice. Why did you use deadly force? But Brandy is hiding a crucial, terrifying piece of context. The physical slaps she endured tonight were nothing compared to the trauma inflicted by her ex-husband. A nightmare she barely survived. Her fear wasn't about another slap. It was about the progression of violence she knows all too well. Listen to how she describes her mindset. You don't go through your head in that kind of moment. It was more self-preservation. This isn't about logic. This is about PTSD and the desperate instinct to avoid becoming another statistic. Do the invisible scars of her past justify her actions? Keep watching.
Hey, fine. What's the matter?
How long have you been with Kenneth?
Off and on since February.
Okay. In that time, how many times has he assaulted you?
I've already answered that question.
Twice, tonight, right? Or last night? I guess my question to you is this. Why did you think, after being with him since February, did you think he was going to hurt you enough to where you had to use deadly force on him?
I'm sorry, I can't believe that that's considered deadly force.
Well,
I consider it deadly force that he used anything on me, because if you see Kenneth, he is fucking stacked.
Okay.
I mean, to me, him hitting me the way he did was deadly force.
Okay.
If you want to take it that route.
Well, no, that's why I'm here to ask
It's
you.
like, I'm 5'3". I weigh a bill 20, 35, maybe. I got this going on my leg. I've been sick anyway. Him coming at me like that, to me, is threatening my life.
To be clear,
Granted, he's not everybody that has hurt me in my past, but based on past experiences, what do you expect me to do?
well,
I mean,
I'm not saying.
all those women that are laying there dead because they didn't
Okay, I understand that.
have a knife.
But you have to understand something. We can't just give carte blanche to all women to stab people, okay? Let me explain deadly force to you, okay? A knife is considered a deadly object when it's used in a certain way. You understand that a knife can cut, right? You understand that a knife could cause serious bodily injury. What I mean by that
That's the
is...
reason I carry a knife.
Okay, it's exactly, it's to protect yourself, right? Now,
To protect myself from situations such as this.
okay, I understand that. But you have to understand, we have to articulate why you did what you did. And if we can't do that, then people are going to have questions. I don't want people to have questions about this. I want to be able to answer their questions so that they don't come back and say, well, why did she do this? Well, why did she do this? Well, how come you didn't ask her this? I want to get this all out on the table so we know exactly what happened. Okay? Now, the one thing that's sticking out in my head is, are we looking at a scenario where you got pissed off because he was yelling at you and he had hit you and you thought enough was enough and you stabbed him? Now, you stabbed him for a couple reasons. You got tired of him yelling at you, you got tired of him slapping you. Or did you stab him because you just wanted to flat out kill him?
Hell no.
Okay. So you stabbed
It
him.
kills bugs, dude.
Okay.
I cry if I step on a fucking bug on accident. I don't want to hurt people. I don't like to hurt people.
But you understand,
I
if you
don't yell at
stab somebody, no matter where you stab them, there's a possibility they could die. You understand that, right?
I do.
Okay. And so,
So a genius And that's one reason I did not stab him anymore. I thought that it was actually going to kill his ass.
Okay. So you thought that much about it to not stab him in the heart, right?
That honestly seems to be more instinctive because I really didn't think about it while I was doing it. Wasn't like, well, it wasn't like that.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. It can't be both. It can't be both. You can't have the sort of mindset that you're saying, I'm not going to stab him somewhere that's going to kill him, but then say it was instinctive.
But you can have the mindset where you're not going to shoot somebody where it's going to kill him, but you can shoot him in the kneecap and disable him.
If I decided to do that, yeah, that would be a conscious decision to do that. And I'm asking you, was this a conscious decision not to stab him in the heart because you didn't want to kill him? Or was this just instinctive and you just stabbed him because he lunged at you? Because those are not the same thing.
Instinctively, I stabbed him because he was coming at me. And also instinctively, God knows that I wouldn't want to ever have to live with killing somebody. So I aimed where it wouldn't.
Okay.
It wasn't a thought process in my head.
Well, it is.
It wasn't, but it wasn't at that time. It doesn't have to be. It's instinct, dude.
No, listen, instinct.
Have you studied psychology ever?
Probably not as much as you have.
With you.
Okay. But I do know this. If you are trying to stab somebody... No, I haven't.
You ever shot somebody?
Yes, I have.
Did you kill him?
Yes, I did.
Did you mean to?
No. It was very similar, I guess. I just didn't want to get shot myself.
I'm sorry if you had to deal with that.
I mean, I get it. It's not fun. I'm not saying any of this is fun.
But it wasn't a thought process per se, as if you're like, it wasn't like picking out my cereal in the morning. It wasn't like that. So
let me ask you this. Was it he's lunging at you, you instinctively stab him, and then you say, wait, I don't want to hit his heart, so I'll hit him here? Is that what you're talking about? Because that's a decision you're making.
It was not a decision. When it's instinct, it's not a decision.
Okay, I got that.
When it's...
But if it's instinct, how did you decide?
I didn't decide.
Okay, so you just stabbed him wherever. You don't know where you're going to stab him. You didn't necessarily try to miss his heart so you didn't kill him. Because that's kind of what you said earlier.
It's like God knew.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, we got to go about what you thought and what you did and what your intention was, not what God's was.
Well, in the end, it's all about God's intention, wasn't it?
Okay. Well, right here while we're here, and we're talking about this particular case, we got to know what your intention was. Now, we got to know because you said
Some part of my brain somewhere knew not to kill the mother.
Okay.
I can't tell you what, there was no thought process with it, though.
Let me ask you this.
Hey, I'm not going to stab him here. It wasn't like...
But you also already said that you understand that if you stab somebody anywhere, it could potentially kill them.
Dude, you could pick your nose and it could potentially kill you. Did you know that?
I haven't come across that yet.
But it can happen.
But you would agree stabbing somebody is not the same thing as picking your nose. I think a reasonable person would agree that stabbing somebody in the chest is nowhere near the same thing as picking your nose.
Unconsciously, without thinking about it. Kind of like breathing.
Okay.
Which is instinctual as well.
Okay.
It goes back to your reptilian brain, which everybody has 3 functions in their reptilian brain is ultimately the same function, survival.
So, are you telling me that you had, because keep in mind, you did have your knife in your hand because you were ready for something. And when he did something, you stabbed him. Now the question is, did you stab him because he just lunged at you and it was an instinct and you didn't know what you were doing type thing? Or you stabbed him intentionally in a spot where you knew it wouldn't kill him?
I've already answered that question. You're just rephrasing it.
Well, I'm trying to make sure I understand what your answer is, because you've said a couple different things.
I've given you my answer.
Okay, so which one is it?
I wasn't trying to kill him.
Okay.
That's my answer.
Were you specifically trying not to hit his heart?
It wasn't a conscious thought.
Okay.
but I was not trying to kill him. I also went to school to be a better nurse.
Okay.
I have 5 children, and I am Cherokee.
Okay.
I was raised with weapons. I'm not an idiot.
Okay. Why? Is there a reason why you stabbed him where you stabbed him? I mean, I know you said you tried not to hit his heart, but is there a reason you stabbed him where you did instead of in the side or in the face or in the leg?
Right here.
Okay.
And it would have been silly to stab him in the side.
You said he lunged at you. What did it look?
That's what they did to Jesus.
What did it look like he was going to do when he lunged at you?
Looks like, I mean, there's no telling what it would have looked like to somebody. I know the look.
Well, I'm saying looked like to me. What did he do when you say lunge? Let's make sure we're on the same page. What's lunging? What did he actually do physically? What did he do?
Like this.
Okay.
Like,
so he was fairly close to how far we are apart, right? And you said he just did this.
It's not bad. It's not like a what?
Well, so I'm asking, like,
when somebody's screaming and yelling at you, that is just knocked the out of you.
Okay, I understand. I'm not saying.
Yeah,
I'm not saying. Huh?
Your friend will come.
Well, he'll be okay. Brandy, I need to understand what occurred, okay? And when you do this, I take that to be something serious, that he did that. So I'm asking you, if he's yelling, I understand that. If he's cussing at you, I understand that.
He was me for my harm.
Okay. How do you know that? What was he doing?
I just showed it the best I got.
Okay.
That's the best I can describe it. Okay. My head doesn't function when that happens like that to describe it the way that you're demanding.
Let me ask you this.
Like, you've never been in that situation. Do you have a psychologist working this time of night, or no?
We do not. Can I ask you something?
Sure.
Would you do anything different in hindsight, knowing what you know now?
I wouldn't have gotten Kenneth to begin with.
Okay. Do you know Kenneth's dead?
Kenneth's not dead.
Kenneth is dead.
Kenneth's not dead.
No, Brandy. We're homicide detectives, and Kenneth is dead. And that's why we're talking to you about what happened to Kenneth. Because he got stabbed, and now he's dead. And I'm trying to...
Kenneth is not mortally wounded.
Okay. We can say it however you want. Kenneth was alive, and now he's no longer alive. And the only injury that we can see...
I want to see his body.
...is a stab wound. Unfortunately, that can't happen.
Why?
Because his body is a part of evidence right now. Do you have any injuries on you from last night?
Other than him slapping me in the face?
Okay. You have a wrap around your leg there. What happened there? It's like infected, right? No, don't touch it. Don't push it or anything.
I've been trying to drain it.
No, don't drain it. Don't drain it here. Don't drain it here. Don't drain it here. Don't drain it here.
Y'all
not here. No, don't drain it. We're not keeping you here. Please don't drain it here. Please don't drain it here. I'm just, Brandy, my question is, that's not an injury that happened. That was something that looks like it's infected.
It's like a spider bite.
I think it was a mosquito bite.
It looks like a hellacious spider to me because it's rotting in a circle. That's usually a spider.
Brandy, now that you know he's dead, and it's due to you stabbing him, would you have done things different? I mean, do you think he deserved to die for slapping you?
Wasn't about him slapping me, sir.
What was it about?
Kenneth is a bully.
Okay. I understand that. He sounds like a bully. But are you allowed to stab him to death because he's a bully?
It was not my intention to stab anybody to death. I would never do that intentionally.
Do you think Kenneth deserved to die for what he did?
What do you mean what he did?
Well, you stabbed him because of... You stabbed him...
being upset and making a mistake.
Okay, so my question is
Everyone
this.
deserves to protect themselves.
Were you upset about him being a bully? Were you upset about him slapping you and you just had enough? Because I can tell you, Brandy, it's not like that's the first time that's ever happened, okay? Bullies are a pain in the ass. Somebody who's yelling at you nonstop, in your face, nonstop, that gets under people's skin.
It's not even just that. It's personally sabotaging my life.
Okay.
Doing, like, stealing my phones. Personally making sure I fall behind. Personally making sure others fall behind. Stirring up shit.
Okay, so he doesn't sound like that nice of a guy. Is that correct?
Once again, hurt people hurt people. Kenneth is not the things he does. Kenneth needs help.
Okay. Well, no matter what he needed, he wasn't doing things that were very nice. Is that correct?
He was not doing nice things.
Okay.
Well, yes, he was doing nice things, but he was also doing not nice things.
Okay. It sounds to me
Kenneth did try to help people.
Like he was doing a lot of stuff that amounted to him being a big bully to you. Is that correct? Because these are your words, that he was bullying you. Is that correct?
Bullying makes it sound so trite.
Well, these are your words I'm using, not mine. I'm trying to figure out why you stabbed Kenneth last night.
I told you.
And you said it's because he
Self-defense.
slapped you twice and then was lunging at you. My question is, do you think Kenneth deserved to be stabbed for his actions? Would you change anything, or do you think you did the right thing?
I would not have argued with him in the first place.
I'm talking about the decision you made to stab him. Did what he did by lunging at you...
that decision and that answer to that question is between me and God.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, right here on Earth is between you and I.
Why?
Because I'm investigating this, and I need to know why you decided to
I
stab
told you
him.
what happened.
Okay. Do you think that was the right choice?
That's not the answer to the question. That's not the question you're asking. You've gotten the answers you want from me. That question right there is from me and God.
Okay.
I believe.
What did you do with the knife?
I'm going to assume it's still there.
Okay. Where did you put it?
I could not tell you. I think I just dropped it.
What happened after you stabbed him?
Don't quite recall.
Okay. Well, something happened. Do you remember anything?
I would like an attorney.
I'm sorry?
If you're going to keep questioning me.
You would like an attorney?
If you're going to keep questioning me.
Well, ma'am, keep in mind, you're not under arrest, okay? You can get up. Listen.
May I leave then?
Yes, you can leave at any time.
Absolutely.
You can leave at any
Is
time.
anybody going to drive me home?
Yeah, we can get somebody to drive you home. Without a doubt. You do not have to be here. You're allowed to leave at any time. You can go right now and go get an attorney. I'm trying to get a bunch of answers because individuals who are going to ask me about this case need to have those answers before they decide what they're going to do. But it's up to you if you want to be here or not. You don't have to be. It's up to you. I understand this is not easy. It's not supposed to be easy. I have to find out and I have to investigate why somebody lost their life. And don't you think that deserves a thorough interview? Don't you think that deserves a thorough investigation?
that it deserves a lot more than the textbook questions you're throwing.
Tell me what the right questions are. I'm trying to find out what happened and make sense in my head as to why you decided to take this up to deadly force, which is stabbing somebody in the chest for slapping you.
It wasn't just for slapping me, and you shouldn't phrase it like that because that makes it sound horrible.
Then what did he do that made you decide to stab him?
I ask you, sir, to not explain it to people that way, to color me in an unfavorable light, because that's not
There's
fair.
nothing I'm going to do that's going to color you in any other light than what you're doing. This entire thing is on video, okay?
All he's asking you to do is explain what happened, explain yourself. But he's asking you some more detailed questions, and that's what you're not wanting to answer. And those are the details that we need.
What
now,
I didn't go hide the knife, I know that, because that's what you're trying to get.
I'm trying to just find out where it is.
It should be there, over there, at the campsite.
Okay, did you drop it?
I think so.
Or did you go put it somewhere?
I didn't go put it anywhere. It wasn't like that.
What did you do
Sure, I
then?
dropped it right there by the campsite. That is my answer. That is the only fucking answer I have for that question.
And that's the only question he has.
That's all I asked. Then what did you do after you dropped the knife?
I headed out of the woods.
Okay. Where'd you
I
go?
went over. Kenneth was over there.
For where?
My princess.
Okay. What was he doing?
He was on the ground, not dead.
Okay. Did you think he was hurt?
I know he was hurt.
Okay. Did you call 911?
I believe Jeanette called 911.
I'm sorry?
I believe Jeanette called 911.
Okay.
So I left the woods.
Were you...
Because I was probably in shock is what I was. And all I know is I walked out of the woods. I ran away from the hurt, the fear, and the fact that I couldn't help Kenneth.
Jeanette, is that the same person as Mary?
No.
Who, how come you didn't call 911?
I didn't have a phone.
Okay. Were you upset when somebody else called 911?
I was upset because this may not make sense to you because of the severity of what this is right now. Only because it's a soap opera. And in my head, it was just like, I'm tired of being in my business.
Mm-hmm.
I think that I was in shock. And what was I supposed to do? I ran out of the woods because I didn't want to be in those woods anymore. There was not a good spirit.
Did you talk to anybody before you ran out of the woods?
I know, I stopped and talked to Kenneth.
Stop and talk to Kenneth?
Yeah.
What'd you say to Kenneth?
I don't remember.
Okay. Do you remember telling anybody that he was okay and he was fine? That he didn't need anybody to come check on him?
I don't remember that. Did they say that?
Do you remember telling anybody else about what you did? Who's Christopher?
Christopher.
Who's Christopher?
Stays about 200 yards for y'all. Christopher.
Oh.
You call him something different?
Scott.
Okay, Scott.
I didn't see him.
Did you talk to him at all?
Oh, I did stop by there.
Okay. What did y'all talk about?
I don't remember what I said to him. Something about me and Kenneth fighting, I don't know. I don't remember that. I was like I said, I was a child. I don't remember what was said. I don't.
Do you remember ever saying anything about the police won't catch you?
I don't remember that.
Would Scott be lying if he told us you said that?
I could not tell you if he was or not. After there, man.
Did you take the person's phone that was calling 911?
I think that I did.
Well, I'm curious why.
I'm tired of everybody being in our business. I was in shock, like, as far as...
But you understand they're calling 911.
I didn't know who she was on the phone with.
Did she ever tell you she was calling an ambulance for him?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Did you talk to the people
I don't remember.
on 911? You don't know?
I don't remember. Honestly, you can ask me these questions. I don't remember.
And that's fine. That's a fair answer. I'm just curious, and that's why I'm asking where did that phone go? I mean, what did you do with that phone?
It's here.
Okay. Did you give it to the officers whenever they found you? Okay.
I mean, the knife should be right there by the campsite, as far as I know. I didn't like intentionally go hide anywhere.
Let me ask you this. Does Kenneth think you are going off during the days and sleeping around on him? Is that what his issue is?
Part of it, I guess. I don't know.
Okay. Is it a valid concern?
Yes and no. Like, there's a lot of... I don't want to say childish, immature, like, a guy talks to me and he just, that insane jealousy that just doesn't need to be there, like, over something completely.
But it's constant, because my understanding is y'all are constantly arguing verbally every day.
Oh my God.
That no one's ever seen y'all be physical with each other. In other words, you're not hitting him, he not hitting you, but everybody hears y'all argue every day that camps around y'all. Is that correct?
It's always
full time, right? Okay. I know y'all use ice, and that's fine, because that's not...
I smoke weed too. I advocate.
And that's fine.
It should have been more weed.
Were you using ice tonight?
Not really, no.
No? How do you normally get your ice whenever you need ice?
Through the plug.
Okay, well, how do you pay for it?
Usually barter and trade with gypsies.
Okay. Do you think
I don't show sexual favors.
Well, and that's what I'm wondering. Kenneth thinks that. Do you think Kenneth believes that?
Kenneth believes that I don't?
No. I'm asking, do you think that...
I think somewhere in his head that he probably thinks I do.
Okay.
But I don't.
Well, and that's fine. I don't know either way. I'm just asking what you think he believes. And my understanding is that you go off on your own pretty much for periods of time, and that
Kenneth leaves a lot.
I understand it. I'm not saying that he's any different. What I'm saying is, my understanding is that you leave a lot, and that he believes, because you leave a lot, that
I'm with other men. Yes.
You're with other men.
Yes, I know he believes that.
Oh, okay. And that's...
I'm usually by myself talking to God. I spend the majority of my time by myself.
Okay. And does he also believe that here recently that you and Scott might have been involved?
I guess so. That at some point he thinks that has happened.
Well, my understanding is in the last 3 or 4 days he confronted Scott over this.
He did. Scott was over at our spot hanging out for a minute, and Scott is my friend. Scott has actually been my friend since before I met Kenneth.
Right. My understanding is y'all known each other about a year.
Yeah, nothing's ever happened with Scott. But I guess Kenneth infers, looks or whatever, and thinks that.
Mm-hmm.
My friend had given me this pair of shorts that had this really cool thing on the back because he thought I like to do arts and crafts.
Like a steer or something on the back? Or
I don't even remember really what it was. It was like angel wings or something.
Angel wings.
And I know that the zipper was messed up or something, and he thought, well, you can do something cool with this. Well, Kenneth found it.
That was a guy named Cowboy that gave you those shorts, correct?
Yeah, my friend gave them to me, and Kenneth found them, and he thought they were a pair that apparently Scott has some that are similar. So rather than even ask me, because I wasn't there, or ask Scott about the shorts. He just went over and woke Scott up.
Right.
The crap out of it.
Apparently there's a little makeshift bed behind y'all's camp that these shorts were at.
They were with something else. I tried to hide them because Kenneth takes anything I have that is cool or means something to me, and he takes it. And so I wanted to keep them. Like,
Okay.
I had rolled up a couple of things and I had put them somewhere.
I understand. So going back to Scott.
Oh, I do have an injury that came up. It's right here. It hurts.
Okay. I'm going to have somebody come in here when we're done and photograph that stuff.
Going back to Scott, when you walked over to Scott, because I wanted to, now that we've kind of revisited all this, and I understand
I
why.
didn't intentionally walk over to Scott.
No. I'm not saying you did. Just listen to me, and I'll finish my question, and then you can answer. When you walked over to Scott now, do you recall telling Scott what had happened?
Vaguely, I may or may not. I don't know.
Okay.
I honestly can't tell you.
When you and Scott are standing there, and the police lights came up, what did you do?
I went towards the motel.
Okay. Why? I mean, I guess my question is, why wouldn't you just go and tell the police, hey, look, this is what happened, and this guy...
I was in jail with a woman who went down for life because her ex-boyfriend used to beat the shit out of her constantly, and she finally had enough. Life.
Okay. And I get that. But my point is that...
The cops aren't our friends. We're gypsies. They're
what
not
we're trying to associate here is you feel like you did what you had to do.
I did what I did.
And so my point is in that if you feel like you did what you had to do, my question is, why wouldn't you just go tell the police, hey, I did what I had to do?
Because in my experience, the police don't necessarily listen.
Okay. Well, and that's fair enough. Everybody has their assessment on the police.
And I was married to a man that can make anybody believe anything he wanted them to believe.
Okay.
And everything was my fault. And
let me ask you something. Do you think it's fair to say that Kenneth's behavior reminds you a lot of your ex?
Sometimes Kenneth is a much better person.
Okay.
I believe, honestly. There's a spirit on Kenneth. He's also prayer. Because when that happens, it's not Kenneth. It doesn't look the same as Kenneth. I believe that it's mine.
Before you and Kenneth met, what had Kenneth been in jail for?
I'm not sure
Okay.
exactly what I want to say drugs, but I know he'd been in jail before for, I think that was in Granbury.
Do you think you stabbing Kenneth last night was a combination of the way he's treated you, the way you were treated by your ex, plus the actions that happened last night? Or do you think he got stabbed purely off the actions he did last night?
Probably a combination.
Okay. Do you think it would have been fair for him to stab you after you slapped him?
Yes.
Okay, you do? You think that would have been justified?
That's a difficult question. Because in a physical throwdown, who's going to win?
Here's what I want to do, just so I can be clear, just so I'm not wondering what you meant or anything like that. Can you do me a favor? Can you stand up for me in this corner?
Brandy Phillips draws a clear line. If I wanted to kill him, I would have stabbed him in the artery. But the law demands that force must be proportionate to the threat. Kenneth Stewart was a bully, a verbal abuser, and tonight, he was physically abusive. But did his 2 slaps warrant a fatal stab wound? As she says, I'm not saying all those women that are laying there dead because they didn't have a knife. This case forces us to ask, what happens when years of trauma collide with a single moment of fear? Let us know in the comments. Is this self-defense, or is Brandy Phillips a murderer? Click here to watch our next video covering her criminal trial.
Do I have to put my nose in it?
No. Facing me.
This thing's cool.
Can you do me a favor and pretend you're standing right here? Can you show me what you saw Kenneth do before you stabbed him? Show me the action he made towards you.
I can't make the face.
No, show me the action he did.
Like this, kind of like.
Okay, so he did. He came at you like this with his hands down.
Like he's gonna hurt somebody, you know?
Well, hang on a second. You went like this, kind of like he was getting in your face, right?
Like,
is that correct? He was kind of getting in your face?
about to get in my face, probably.
Okay. But his hands are down here like this. Did you see a knife in either one of his hands?
No, but I saw his hands.
Okay, did you see a weapon in either of his hands?
I was more looking at this part of his body.
Okay, but let me ask you this. You didn't stab him because he had a weapon. Is that correct? Because we haven't talked anything about a weapon.
Physical force would have been enough.
Okay, I understand that. I just want to make sure that I didn't miss something or I didn't ask you this. I don't want to look back and be like, oh, I never asked you if he had a weapon. So at no point last night did you ever see Kenneth with a weapon?
He didn't have a weapon last night at all because he was starting to stab somebody else.
What? He didn't have a...
He asked me for my knife.
Okay.
Several times. He was very mad. It was one of the things the argument was about.
Okay.
Very mad at me. I didn't give him my knife.
Okay, why did he want your knife?
Because he had a confrontation.
With whom?
Teardrop.
Who's Teardrop? Does Teardrop have anything to do with what we're talking about tonight?
That was part of the argument.
Okay.
He believes that you were messing with Teardrop, doesn't he?
A little bit, oh yeah.
Okay. Were you?
That's the MO.
But that's not the, we're in there arguing. There had been some sort of bike thing going on with the bicycles. And we were coming back, heading down Camp Bowie, and Teardrop and his girlfriend were headed to Bowie, and Kenneth said, give me your knife, and I wouldn't do it because they were arguing. And I didn't hand him my knife, so he could, you know.
But it's fair to say that move you just made towards me is as close to what you remember Kenneth doing to you before you stabbed him. Is that correct?
Yes, I probably look better in the dress. Other than that, yeah.
Okay. When he did that, was he wearing any clothing?
Shorts, really.
Okay.
Kenneth never wears a shirt.
Okay. Well, he ended up naked over at the other place.
He may have not gotten dressed.
So he may have been naked when you stabbed him?
I don't remember if he put shorts on or not. I wasn't paying attention.
But it's possible he could have been naked at the time? Okay. I'm assuming it's fairly dark out there. Is that correct? Is that correct? Okay. Is there anything else you can think of that you think is important to what we're talking about that you want me to know?
Why does Kenneth have a do not detain?
I don't know what that is.
What are you saying? That like, because I've heard this before, where people think that somebody's cooperating with police on things, and so they have what they call a do not detain, which that doesn't exist, by the way.
Thank you.
But I've heard a lot of the Aryan Brotherhood types come up with stupid shit like that before.
Yeah.
About the whole do not detain thing.
Retarded.
Supposedly that's how they identify who's a snitch. And
yeah, like somebody can't falsify paperwork or something.
Was Kenneth doing any of that? Was he talking to the police about stuff?
Not that I know of. I don't think so.
This is what we need to do. I'm going to have the crime scene.
There's no possible way that I would look any of my children in the eyes and tell them that I allowed another man to do me that way.
Where are your kids now?
My children are in Oklahoma.
Who are they with in Oklahoma?
Their grandparents.
What part?
Tulsa.
In hindsight, and let me ask you this, and I know you've answered this a little bit, but in hindsight, do you think it might have been smarter after you got slapped the second time, instead of going to get the knife, to maybe get the knife and leave the camp? Maybe call the police?
You don't call the police.
Huh?
You don't call the police.
Okay. Well, I mean, people do.
With what?
What do you mean with what?
With what?
You're a smart girl.
I would have called the police with.
Okay.
You don't call the police.
Why don't, are you saying you can't physically, or are you saying you wouldn't?
Both.
You wouldn't because you don't think it's the right thing to do?
You just don't call the police.
Okay. Well, what about tonight? You think the police should have been called tonight?
I don't think the police should be called ever.
Okay.
You just don't do it. We answer to a different authority.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, you have to answer to this. Okay?
I'm still Cherokee. I'm the sovereign Cherokee Nation.
Okay. That being said, you still have to make sure that you're justified when you use deadly force against somebody. Okay? Which means you have to be able to articulate why you use that force. It's the same thing for police officers.
Except you guys seem to get away with it a lot more than we do.
Oh, I think that's the way a lot of people would like to believe it, but that's just not actually true.
I'm going to have the crime scene officer come in here. He's going to photograph. I want you to show him any injuries you have, okay? And then we're going to have to take that dress because it's got evidence on it, and I'm going to give you something to wear, okay?
Hey, I'm never going to get to go to the museum anyway.
And then we'll get you out of here. We'll get you back to where you need to be.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
I was going to see if I can have another cigarette.
Okay. Another smoke?
I'm waiting.
He's getting his camera. He's going to photograph you, and then before you go home, we'll give you a cigarette, okay?
I got to see this.
Huh? He's going to just get his camera, okay? And then he's got the thing I need you to change it, but he's got to take pictures. I want you to show him. He's right here. Go and stand back there. He's going to take pictures.
All right. All right. Take this
I'm breathing because I'm not going to say something stupid.
Do this for me. He's going to take photographs of you, and then once he's done, we're going to step out. Do me a favor. Take your green dress off that has blood on it.
You know,
And put it
hydrogen peroxide that will come
and put it in here. Ma'am, look at me.
I
Put it back, and then go ahead and throw that on, okay?
You the water bottle.
All right. Lighting's a lot better in here than it was out there.
Police take photos of Brandy Phillips and gather forensic evidence.
Hey, let me give you this.
Can I go get my clothes? Like, where it is? You can totally see through. I'm glad I'm wearing underwear.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
that's all we have. Do you want me to give you
no, I mean,
you want me to give you another one?
that'd be amazing.
Okay.
I'm glad I put my undergarments on. Yeah, I know.
Oh, here's the bag. Secret. There you go. What was I going to ask you? Oh, whose flashlight and whose knife did you, or whose flashlight and whose phone?
Kenneth's phone, the flashlight belongs to my friend Cody.
Okay.
That Kenneth borrowed it from yesterday.
But was that already yours though? Were you having control of that? Should we be giving the flashlight back to you?
Yes, please,
Okay.
because I gave Cody my word. I'll give
Okay.
it back.
We'll give you the flashlight back, and we're going to take the phone back to that girl, okay? Huh?
Cool. I mean, am I going to be able to go get my things from my spot?
We are still out there right now, okay?
Can I get
Listen. We're going to go out
my
there.
phone's out there.
I want to go out to the scene. I want to make sure there's nothing,
I mean, I ain't trying to go out there and cover nothing up. I just want to get my clothes.
ma'am, as soon as we're done, you're going to go right back in
How
there.
long does that take?
We're going to go out there right now and take a look, okay? And as soon as I'm clear and I'm done with that,
How will I know when that is?
you'll be out there. They're going to take you out there. You can be out there waiting, and I'm going to say, we're done. And then you go get your stuff.
I don't necessarily go out there.
Where do you want to go?
Well, I would like to get clothes first.
Okay,
And that's all I want to do.
here's the thing. Let me ask you this. Where are you going to be?
More than likely around the shop.
Okay. Like, are you planning on still staying there? Are you going to stay somewhere else, or what are you going to do?
I wasn't really planning on staying there to begin with, because I have plans to move away.
Okay. Do you have any plans on staying with anybody in particular? Anybody who has a phone? If I need to get in contact with you, get your address back, stuff like that, how do I do that?
The shop.
What shop?
On campus, Ram Automotive.
The what?
Ram Automotive.
Okay, why are you connected to that? What's that?
The shop. I guess AD crap. I don't know. I'm not AD. I'm not anything. I'm Native American.
Okay,
The shop there, it's over there on Canterbury behind the Pipe Discount Tires. There's Title Max and there's the shop.
and what's the shop called?
My truck is there. Ram Automotive.
Graham Automotive? Ram Automotive?
Dodge Ram. There's other shops there too.
What truck do you have there?
My truck.
What kind of truck is it?
And it's usually, it's my, Kenneth fucked my starter up. So it's
Okay, so does that work or no? Is it getting fixed?
being fixed.
Okay. All right.
Let's
Get you out of here.
Take this place to me.